everybody. I hope you had a wonderful break and New Year, and I know I did, and I'm excited to be back with your students. So this is my preview video to preview what we'll be doing next week, which is January 10th through 14th. Everything we're looking at is here in the day-by-day agenda for January. So I'll just pop over there really quickly. So basically we are starting a research unit that we'll be working on up until basically spring break. But before the students can really get into research, we need to really hone our skills on reading and summarizing informational text, because they can't present research if they are not 100% what they have read. So that's what we'll be focusing on. So we started that this week. We'll continue it next week. A little bit of a shift in our regular weekly routine. Thursdays are now going to be used for literature, something I call the Pride Sheet, which I'll describe a little bit more in a second. And then our grammar or vocab will be on Fridays instead. So on Monday and Tuesday, we will continue with our packet. And you'll see this in your students' feed. It's called Student Copy Textual Evidence and Summary Packet. And basically what they're doing is they are reading different nonfiction texts, annotating those texts using the directions on slide 1, which are right here. This is a resource. They never do anything to this slide. It's green, like go ahead and skip it. Get it? Green, go. But they are going to use the slide. They're just not going to do anything to it. Most of your students are pretty familiar with this process. They've been doing it in science and maybe social studies. So they have been doing great this week on this. And then the next 2 slides go as pairs, and they're color coded to show that. So the 2 blue slides go together. The text they needed to read this week was linked here. We did this together. And then they prepare. This is like essentially their graphic organizer to write their summary. And then on the next slide, they write their summary. So on Monday, your students have already done slides 2 and 3. On Monday, we will do slides 4 and 5. Again, I'll kind of release them a little bit, let them try it a little bit more on their own, but I'll be there to support them. That'll actually be Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday, they'll have a little bit of a test on slides 6 and 7, where basically they'll just get to show me, hey, you've done it twice, one time 100% with me, one time with support from me, and now let's see, can you do this? And they're basically, again, just writing summaries of short informational texts. Slide 8 is just the rubric that I'll use to grade them. So again, it's green as in go ahead and skip this. I mean, they can come look at their score there, but it's really for me. So that's what they'll be doing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we will do start working on something called the Pride Sheet. And this is the beginning of a month and a half or so long book project. And basically your students starting like today, Friday the 7th, they need to have a personal literature, meaning a fiction book with them at all times. Every Thursday, we will work on it. Sometimes they might have time to read in class. Sometimes they won't have a ton of time to read in class, and we'll just be working on these different elements. And basically, because we're not doing literature as a class right now, because we're doing informational text, I still want them to be reading literature. We're just not doing it as a whole class. We're not reading one book as a whole class. Your student, we went to the library yesterday, but it doesn't have to be a school library book, but they need to have a personal book with them at all times. I'll talk to them about the timeline on reading, but basically we'll be finishing right before spring break. And I know some of you are thinking, whoa, my kid can read way more than one book before spring break. That's awesome. I've already had, and I know that, and I've had some kids who are like, yeah, I'm definitely going to finish this book before spring break. That's a great problem to have. If your student finishes their book before they finish this project, that happens a lot every year. Not a problem. I'll talk to your kids about it, but maybe they're reading another book in the series or a book that's similar. We'll figure it out. That is not a problem. Not finishing the book is a problem, but finishing too early, not a problem. So, and this is basically your students will be reading, analyzing, discussing literature, and then right before conferences, we will have a little bit of like a book party kind of thing. So that's Thursdays. And now on Fridays, that is when we will be doing our grammar or vocab every week from here on out. and our Membean and Quill. So that will start today, the 7th, but again, we'll do it again next Friday. Yeah, so I think that's everything. Again, the January agenda is there. And yeah, please, as always, please reach out if you have any questions, and have a great day. Bye.